This is Philly Fan Talk. My name is Justin Everett, and I thank you for watching. I thank you for being interested in this. It's a little startup I have going. All sports, all the time, but a little bit of a predisposition to the home teams. So go Phillies, go Flyers, go Sixers, go Eagles, and go sports. Well, first day post-Flyer season. We'll stick with hockey to start. The Rangers-Washington game. What a game. Great game by the Capitals. Just outworked the Rangers. John Tortorella had great comments about that. I didn't see the game. I was out. I had a couple jobs to do. Spent a little bit of time with my daughter and her grandparents. But from what Tortorella said, they didn't work. I watched some highlights and appeared the same to me. They had a 4-minute power play double minor for high sticking on Chimera, I think it was, whoever it was. Apparently very lackluster. I didn't see very many of the highlights for that. But I mean, the Rangers outshot Washington 30-23. Braden Holtby's just being the X factor for them. I mean, he's tremendous in this series. He's great all playoffs long, and can say the same about Henrik Lundqvist. I did look up their stats, and I saw how close they were. Braden Holtby posts a .935 save percentage, and Henrik Lundqvist posts a .936. And Holtby has a .195 goals against, and Lundqvist has a .173. So, in my opinion, they're going to be the X factors for the teams come Game 7, whichever goaltender stands taller. Braden Holtby's playing great. He's a young kid. He's got great motivation. He's got a great young team around him. I pick Washington to win this series. I pick Washington to go on to play, I'm going to say LA for the Stanley Cup, and I pick Washington to win everything. I think they're a better team right now than the Rangers. Obviously, the Rangers were the best team in the East, without a doubt, points-wise, but the Washington's being good at the right time. I mean, the New York Giants were able to do it last year at 9-7, so, I mean, why not Washington? Good for them. Ovechkin has a power play goal. Backstrom has 2 assists. Washington did win 58% of the faceoffs, so that was an impressive stat for me. They have to outwork them. They have to have the puck on their stick. But John Tortorella was my favorite of this entire game. After the game, his post game, he always loves, putting reporters in their place. And on a couple occasions, told them to stop trying to coach his team. And I don't like that he won't give personal accolades ever in a bad game. I do believe Derek Stepan played a pretty good game from what I saw. But he's brutally honest, that guy, man. I mean, Peter Laviolette's very honest about his team too, but he has a little bit of a heart. Just a small piece. John Tortorella's a great hockey coach, though. I mean, he won the Stanley Cup in Tampa Bay, and he's got a good team out there in New York. Is it their year? Probably not, with how hot Washington's going to be, and that's just how it is sometimes. You're on a hot team. But congratulations, Washington, to force at least a Game 7 on what I feel, after Pittsburgh went, was the favored team to go off and win the Stanley Cup this year. That's about all for hockey right now. Baseball. God, what a terrible game for the Phillies. I know Cliff Lee just came off an injury, so I'm sure he had a short rope on him. But 84 pitches, he pitches 6 innings, gives up 5 hits, 2 earned runs, strikes out 6, and you pull him. Okay, that's fine. Kyle Kendrick comes in. Kyle Kendrick, who's probably the least liked sports player in this entire town, maybe next to Ilya Bryzgalov for today, but tomorrow he'll be the most hated again. 1 inning pitched, 4 hits, 5 earned runs, and 2 walks. You can't have that. You just can't have that. Jose Contreras comes in, gives up a home run, 1 earned, 2 runs total, and then Sanchez comes in and gives up another home run. You can't have that from your bullpen. Their bullpen is so thin. You can count on sometimes Bastardo. You can count on sometimes Stutz. The only 2 players that they have that are really good in the deep end of that bullpen are Bradford and Papelbon. I mean, what can you say about it? There's nothing else to say. It's just terrible. Terrible. Galvis did go 3 for 4, 3 RBIs. The biggest stat, again, though, is extra base hits. New York winds up having 8. We only have 3. They're not getting guys. I understand it's a small ball year. You don't have your big hitters in and everything like that. But if you're not hitting doubles into the gap, there are 2 triples tonight. 2 triples and a double. Pence and Galvis had a triple each. But, I mean, if you're not hitting doubles, if you're not shooting balls into the gap and getting guys around from first, you're not not doing anything. You're not making it. You're not cutting it. So another terrible game for the Phillies. They lost. It's a shame for Cliff Lee. He had a really pretty solid outing, in my opinion, out of the injury. And from here on out, I mean, they have to try to work with it until they're able to get Howard, Nutley back, and just hope to God that something comes out of them. There's no promise in either of them as far as I'm concerned. Off of a torn Achilles, you don't know what you're going to expect. Obviously, it's not football like D'Amico Ryans was coming off of last year, and it's a little less physical in baseball. But I mean, you're talking about where your powerhouse is a hitter. If he was terrible hitting and was a great fielder, we'd have to worry about it that way, and I'd be a little more comfortable. But I mean, he builds all of his power. You shift, you build your power out of your legs, and you hope that you hit it hard. And I don't think that Ryan Howard's going to have near the amount of power that he used to, especially to start when he comes back. Who knows what's going to happen with Chase Utley? I mean, arthritic knees at 34, however old he is, his career should be over. He should be able to step back and go out on a good note. Love Chase Utley, great player, great Philadelphia player, but I don't want to pay a guy $15 million a year to bat 175. So hopefully he comes back strong. Again, I'm sure I'm going to come under a tremendous amount of fire for hating on the Philadelphia teams. But I'm just realistic, and I'm worried about them. I like the back end of the bullpen. I don't like our middle relief. I like our starting pitching. Even Joe Blanton has played, 3/4 the way to okay this year. Vance Worley got beat up the other night. Roy Halladay got beat up the other night. Without any solid production, I don't feel like these pitchers are going to have any confidence, and that's where my worry lies. I did read recently the Eagles signed 3 of their draft picks, their 2nd, their 5th, and their 6th round pick. So, I mean, congratulations to all those guys getting a chance to go. From what I'm reading and from what I'm hearing from my sources, all their draft picks are probably going to wind up being signed by Monday. They're trying to get the class signed up quick and into workouts and get them rolling in the system as fast as possible. And the Sixers lost last night. The end of my video, I was watching the end of the game. Last 50 seconds, I think, is when I ended it, so they did wind up losing. But, hopefully Game 6 fortune's better for them, and good luck to them. Hopefully they don't lose a Game 7 in a couple of days here. That would suck. That would be a royal suck for Philadelphia. But thanks for watching, guys. Keep on watching, and I'm prepared for all the hateful comments about how much I hate my Philadelphia teams. But, again, I'm just being realistic and trying to keep an objective opinion on all this, and I still root for them. I'll still root for the Phillies every game. I'll go to as many games as I can. I still wear my Flyers shirt after the loss. But, I mean, I'm a Washington fan for the rest of the playoffs now, so go Caps. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.